What's going on, guys? It's your boy PokePond back here with another investment video for you. We're going to be talking today about the new set that's been announced coming in January for the English side of the Pokemon collecting space called Paldean Fates. I'm going to go into detail about this set, different products that are available, how I'm going to be investing into this set, what products I'm going to buy to make an investment. I do apologise about this grainy picture of the booster bundle. I could only find a very small image of it. And we're also then just going to round up with a general look of tracking some booster box prices for the Sword and Shield era, as we usually do on this channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so great news today that's hit the Pokemon market and investing space. Shout outs to PokeBeach for always providing some excellent news and always up to date information on new sets coming out. They're always great at bringing out sort of artworks of what's coming as well. And it's a great source of information. I'm not affiliated to them at all, but because I use them quite often as my news source, I thought I'd give them a shout out. Obviously, we've had the announcement of Paldean Fates. We knew that this was going to be coming. We didn't know what the name was going to be. It was rumoured that it was going to be Paldean Fates, but this is essentially the new holiday set that's going to be coming out in January in the English side of the hobby. We already knew that Shiny Treasures EX was coming out in Japan in December, and we were about 90% sure that there was going to be an English full version of it in January, which we're seeing now released or announced as Paldean Fates. This is going to be an absolutely massive set. I hope everyone is excited about this. I think this is going to be a great investment. The only thing that's possibly not going to make this a great investment is if it's printed into the ground, such as Shining Fates was during COVID time. Prices of that still not recovered. You can still pick up an Elite Trainer box of that for around about $40 if you get a good auction on eBay, which is below retail even years after it's come out. But yeah, Paldean Fates looks really good. I'm probably going to buy some of the Japanese version of it in December as well, though. I mentioned this on the channel quite a while ago because we knew this was coming out, that I was going to buy some of the Japanese version of this, the Shiny Treasures EX. This is the English version. I'm going to buy some of that as well. This is obviously the third in the Fates series, the third with the Fates name in the English. We had Hidden Fates, which was a huge set, Shining Fates, which was a good set, but it was printed into the ground, and you can still pick this up really, really cheap. I'd be interested to see whether Paldean Fates actually influences the price of these two at all. Maybe if they carry on doing more Fates, people will start collecting the Fates line, perhaps. Here's some of the products that are coming out. Obviously, you got the Elite Trainer box. This is what everything looks like. The Pokemon Center version is going to have 11 packs, I believe. This is the normal version, which will have 9 packs. That is going to be $50. And yeah, it looks like this, Mimikyu themed with the purple theme. Looks kind of nice. I'm personally not going to get an Elite Trainer box, but it's very interesting that they are staggering the release of products, I believe, just so that the Elite Trainer boxes move quicker. So the Elite Trainer box is one of the first products to come out. That's going to be coming out in January 26th for US and EU. It's not the most pack efficient way, like cost to pack ratio of buying this product, but it is, however, the most efficient in January. 4 weeks later, though, we end up getting the booster bundle, which is going to be the most efficient way, but you've got to wait another 4 weeks till February 23rd to get this. As an investment standpoint, if you want to hold this product long term, I think this is going to be your way forward. If you want to try and get the Pokemon Center version of the Elite Trainer box, that's probably also going to do well value wise. But as far as like storage space and raw raw investment. If you hold it for a couple of years, I think these booster bundles are going to be best. I'm going to end up buying the Japanese stuff in December because you're going to get a booster box of that usually in Japanese. We won't get a booster box here in English for Paldean Fates, so I'm going to hold off all of the hype in January and try and pre-order these in February. If I'm not able to pick these up in Feb, like there was a shortage of these for 151, then I might just bite the bullet and pay a little bit over retail and just buy maybe like a Pokemon Center version of the Elite Trainer box or just the regular version, just so I've got some in my collection. Also out in January, we have the 3-pack blisters. If you can't afford to get the Elite Trainer box, for $16, that's not a bad price. They come with a big sticker as well. I think the idea was to put the sticker on your laptop or something like that, which is why they've done a big sticker. They're calling them tech stickers for you to put on your pieces of tech. We also have the mini tins as well that come out a few weeks later. That's at the start of February. Not a fan of these. I mean, they look kind of cool and they're cheap. They're good for like gifts for like people at only $10 each. Maybe you've got people who want to crack them, maybe like young family members, nephews, cousins, something like this. These are good sort of little gifts for them if you've got birthdays coming up or just a little treat. I don't like these products though because they really do just cram the booster packs into them and quite often damage the cards inside, so I do not like that. February 9th we also start getting the tins as well. The US get these larger tins and EU get the smaller tin variant. These are really cool. You get the Charizard promo in it as well, which looks really nice. These tins typically do quite well, especially the Charizard one. Thinking back to the Hidden Fates tin, that's starting to get up in value now, the Charizard variant. So yeah, a potential investment. I just don't like having these in my collection. I don't like storing metal tins as well because there's a chance of, if there's moisture getting in, getting some rust onto it as well. They're just a little bit more difficult to store if your storage conditions aren't ideal. We also have premium collection boxes coming out as well, 3 different variants. They're going to have 3 promos inside and a little like plasticky display to hold them. $50 for those. Nothing really to shout about. This is the big product that I'm going to be waiting for. February 23rd, a whole month after the set releases, at $26.90 for the booster bundles. Make sure you're getting pre-orders of these because this is where the real investment's going to be, in my opinion. If you can get these for retail price on pre-order, this is going to be huge. I managed to do it with Pokemon 151 and I did really well out of those booster bundles, and it turns out that there was actually a huge shortage of these in the US as well, so people really struggled to get their hands on them and the price has just soared. I don't think they're going to get reprinted for 151 either. That may be the case also for Paldean Fates. This is going to be your best cost to pack ratio, but as I said, you're going to have to wait the 4 weeks. So that's pretty much everything Paldean Fates at the moment that we know. You can actually pre-order right now on Pokemon Center. This is the EU or English version, but you can do it on the US version as well. I am of the impression that you can. $50 for the Pokemon, or £50 for the Pokemon Center version. I think it's $50 as well in the US. And yeah, this Pokemon Center version is going to be the most desirable product on launch day for 4 weeks until the booster bundles come out. But it's a nice product, nice theming with the Mimikyu. I dig it. You also get a nice promo card in there as well, which is, I presume, is going to be stamped with the Pokemon Center version. And yeah, so let's get into our general look, as we usually do, at some of the price rises and falls of the booster boxes for the sealed investment space. Today I'm just going to go through all of Sword and Shield block pretty much and just look at what's going on with prices, because we haven't done it for a little while. We've looked at like odd sets here and there over the last couple of weeks. Let's just do pretty much the whole block and see what's going on, because honestly prices are a bit all over the place at the moment. I think this is crazy bargains at the moment. Like, these are on fire sale at the moment with the recent reprint. Silver Tempest booster box. This is one of my best picks for a investment now. $112 on market price. You can buy them right here for $114. I think that's an excellent price on Silver Tempest. If I had spare money, I would chuck them into these at the moment. I don't think these are ever going to be any cheaper than this, and I also think as well we're pretty much at the stage now where we are not going to see any more reprints of Sword and Shield block. I may be wrong, don't quote me on that. There may be one more wave of reprints, but we're pretty much there now. And yeah, look at this, so cheap at the moment. We're basically below retail on a set that's really good, and it's been out there for a good amount of time now. Let's have a look at some of the other stuff. Astral Radiance, again, we're right down bargain basement prices, pretty much RRP, maybe a little bit below, and again, an excellent set. You can pick these up for $124 right now on TCG Player. You might even be able to get a better deal on eBay. No one's really looking at these. I mean, people are looking at these. Sealed investors like myself are looking at these and these prices and scooping them up, but there's just not enough of us in the market to pick up all of these for this price. You can get massive bargains at the moment. Sealed investors make up a very, very small percentage of the market, so don't be disgruntled by people, holding product and sitting on it for a little while. We're not all looking for quick flips and stuff. Me personally, I'm buying these products, I'll sit on them for 5-10 years and enjoy having them in my collection. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just providing a service for people in 5 to 10 years time who might want to pick these up for nostalgic reasons, either for their own collection or to crack them. Fusion Strike is actually one of the only products at the moment that's just seeing price rises just over and over again. It's going from strength to strength. Fusion Strike is really starting to take off now. You can see it's just a heavy incline on the graph. I believe this is just going to continue. That's because it didn't really get reprints on the last wave, and I don't think there's going to be any more Fusion Strike hitting the market. That's just my personal opinion though. Yeah, $150 for a booster box. I think it's a good pickup, great set, and I really don't think we're going to see any more of that. Brilliant Stars, again, I'm always recommending this on the channel. I think it's really cheap at the moment. I think we're going to start to see an incline here. I really don't think much of Sword and Shield's going to get reprinted anymore. Evolving Skies, it's the the flagship set of Sword and Shield. It's, in my opinion, one of the best sets of the last 5 to 10 years, to be honest, in the Pokemon space. I still think it's a bargain at this price, $440. You can pick them up for a little bit less on eBay if you find the right auction. Just make sure you're cautious that you get a legitimate pack that has a nice seal on it if you're going to keep it as a sealed product. It had a bit of a dip recently. I said at this stage here on the channel, make sure you buy if you want this in your collection and if you can afford it, because this is the cheapest it's ever going to be, and we're starting to see here the price correction, and it's holding steady now at this price. I really don't think it's ever going to drop below this kind of 440, 436. Even if you can get it cheaper on eBay, I think that's the cheapest it's ever going to be. It's just going to go from strength to strength. In my opinion, this is a $1,000 booster box all day long, and I don't think it's going to take long for it to get there, especially as supply starts to dry up on the market of everyone buying them up. It may take 2 years, it may take 5 years, it may only take 6 months to get there. Who knows, really? No one knows, and anyone who says that they do know is lying to you. I just know that, in my opinion, this is heavily undervalued at the moment. Chilling Rain is all over the place in prices. Let's have a look at the 6 months. It's slowly sort of on an incline. Chilling Reign is one of those sets that, like, for ages and ages after release, you could pick it up for retail. It's slowly starting to increase in price. It's a great set, some great alt arts in it. Everyone kind of knows that Chilling Reign was underpriced for a very long time. Now we're starting to see a little bit of an increase, but I still think this is a bargain price for Chilling Reign. Again, I think this is going to be a slower climber than stuff like Evolving Skies. However, I do think this is one of the strongest sets in the Sword and Shield block after Evolving Skies. It's really up there, and I think this is, again, some of the cheapest prices you're ever going to see. I think we'll look back at these prices in 3 to 5 years and say, kick yourself for not buying more of these for 150. I could see this becoming a $300 box all day long. Battle Styles, this set, honestly, I don't know how it ever even went up to 112. Like, I think this is one of the worst sets in the block. We're really seeing that now. Demand is just so low on Battle Styles. I hate this product. I actually bought an Elite Trainer box of this for well below retail on release. To get something well below retail on release is quite rare, especially at that time in the market. At that time, everyone was going mad and just buying up all the Pokemon products on release because everything was just going up and up and up. And I ended up selling the Elite Trainer box for a loss because I just hated it. I hate the set. I hate how the Elite Trainer box looks. At that stage, I was just kind of like buying stuff for the sake of buying it just because I wanted it in my collection because it was a new set. Hated it. I've definitely changed my perspective as a collector now. I only really buy stuff if I like it. I don't necessarily buy for profit. I just buy it if I like it, and if it crosses over and is both like Evolving Skies, I like the set and I think it'll do well, then that's just a win-win. That's a no-brainer for me to invest. Same with stuff like Battle Style, Silver Tempest. I really like those sets. Darkness Ablaze, I really like this set as well. The market just doesn't, though. I don't know how it went up to 160. Yeah, it's now down at 127. Yes, this is a cheap price. Yes, this is probably one of the cheapest prices you'll be able to get for it anytime soon. Look at the difference in price as well. It's important to realise. Average market price 127. You could probably pick it up on eBay for about $127, but they're actually selling on TCG Player for more. The cheapest ask here is 160, so that's quite a difference in price. So just be aware of that if you're going to pick this up. It's an okay set. I do have one booster box of it in my collection. I'm not a huge fan of it though, and the collector's space aren't massively behind this set, so I'd be cautious. For 160, I would buy other products, perhaps maybe some Brilliant Stars or some Silver Tempest or something like that, or maybe some smaller products of Evolving Skies, like perhaps some sleeved booster packs or something like that. Rebel Clash, I don't know what's going on with Rebel Clash at the moment. I couldn't tell you. Cheapest ask 250. Average market price 221. I think this is again one of the worst sets in the Sword and Shield block. It's getting up there in age. It was one of the first sets to come out after base set, and yeah, not a fan of this set. Don't know why it's so expensive. I guess because there's not much of a supply of it on the market. People are regularly buying it here for 245, 240. That one is like a really cheap outlier, and there's a picture with it, so it's probably a damaged one. Yeah, don't know what's going on with this. It could be a good pickup. I don't know. Me personally, I think this is an overpriced set at the moment. And a Sword and Shield base. We're going back to the start. Again, up there in price, 280. I think this is overvalued, to be honest. I would not recommend investing in it at this price. We're just seeing a decline at the moment. I think that's just because there's a lack of demand for it. I mean, products like this will go up in time. Like, if you hold it for long enough, I just think that your money could be put into better sets. My big picks at the moment are Silver Tempest. I think this is a great price, great set. Brilliant Stars and Evolving Skies if you can afford it. Chilling Reign isn't a bad shout as well. And Fusion Strike seems to be on a bit of a run at the moment as well. So, yeah, those are my recommendations. We are fastly approaching the end of the possible reprint window for all of Sword and Shield. This is the time that I like the most to invest into a block when no reprints are going to be coming out. I think this is an excellent time to invest in Sword and Shield, and perhaps we will have a look at some more even ultra modern stuff in the Scarlet and Violet and prices in the next episode. Make sure you do stay subscribed. I'll always keep you up to date with new sets coming out, new news that's coming out, my recommendations for investments, especially in new products, what's going to be best to buy. Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with all of the information, especially if you're interested in what prices are doing. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and peace.